Welcome to part 4 of elder training, known as a healthy elder. Congratulations, you have made it through the part with the $10 words and Book of Order references, and now we are going to narrow our focus to the work ahead of us. How do we serve on session with faithfulness and with the promised energy, intelligence, imagination, and love? Step 1 is to remember who you are. The nominating committee did not just draw your name out of a hat. You were selected with prayer and discernment and approved by the session and the congregation with the same. You were given spiritual gifts at your baptism, and God speaks over you the same words God spoke over Jesus at his baptism. This is my child, the beloved, with whom I am well pleased. You also have hard skills that the church needs, whether it's washing windows, keeping track of membership rolls, wrangling toddlers. You absolutely have something to contribute. Step 2 is take stock of where you are. What's this season in your life like? Is it busy and crammed and stressful? Are you enjoying retirement? Are you constantly exhausted? Do you have some margins in which you can rest and refuel? What kinds of activities give you life? What gets you excited? And what drains you? What's this season in your church life like? Are you trying desperately just to keep ministries alive? Are you dreaming about new things? Are you grieving what we've lost in the last year? Knowing where you are and where the church is will help you decide where you want to invest your time and energy and what you can and cannot take on. Being honest about that up front will save everyone a ton of frustration and prevent you from becoming burned out. Step 3 is along those same lines. Ask for what you need. Maybe you're in charge of a committee for the first time, or the first time in a while. Maybe you're nervous about the time commitment. Maybe you're unsure of how to balance your committee and the work of the ministry staff you're working alongside. Whatever it is, ask the question. It's better to over-communicate, especially in the beginning, as long as you're being relatively clear and concise, than to assume or to let others make assumptions of you. To be clear, I'm not saying we should all just start making random demands at every session meeting. But if a meeting time conflicts with an important part of your life, like putting a child to bed or attending a grandchild's annual violin recital, then you can calmly ask either to move the meeting or to be excused. If you've been assigned a task that you are unsure of, ask someone to sit down and go over it with you. If you realize you've bitten off more than you can chew, come sit with the pastor and we will work with you to make things more manageable. Step 4 is to lead with your whole self and hold the whole church in your hearts. Elders are elected as individuals and are expected to speak and vote their conscience in meetings. You do not represent your committee or your age group or any other demographic in the church. You bring your own perspective, and you speak and lead and vote in the way that you discern that the Spirit is leading. But that also doesn't mean we speak and vote only for ourselves to get what we want. Elders are expected to work on behalf of the whole congregation and hold the whole church in their hearts as they do. I'm going to level with you. At some point in your tenure, someone will be mad at you. And that's okay. We can work through those conflicts. But don't waste any of your energy trying to make sure that no one will ever be angry about a decision you make as a session. It's not going to happen. Focus your energy instead on building healthy relationships and communicating well with your fellow elders, with the folks you work alongside, the staff you minister with, and with the congregation. A relationship based on mutual trust can weather some frustration. I want to close this video and this series by offering you these words from Philippians chapter 2, the introduction to the hymn of Jesus' humility and service. Paul writes, "If then there's any encouragement in Christ, any consolation from love, any sharing in the Spirit, any compassion and sympathy, make my joy complete. Be of the same mind, having the same love, being in full accord and of one mind. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility regard others as better than yourselves. Let each of you look not to your own interests, but to the interests of others. Let the same mind be in you that was in Christ Jesus." This is my prayer for you, this day and every day.